Next up in our coverage of checking out the mobile lenses and attachments from Moment is the Quicklock Cinebloom filter. And what does it do? Well, here's an example of how it changes the images I'm able to capture with my iPhone 16 Pro. It adds a bit of diffusion that creates a soft bloom around bright lights and just softens the image overall, making it look a bit more vintage rather than the razor-sharp pictures that you're used to from an iPhone. But I'm not sure how I feel about it. Moment's Quicklock Cinebloom comes in two different strengths of diffusion, 10% and 20%. We have the 10% filter here. And it's definitely a stylistic choice to use this filter, and I think it's one that requires certain conditions. At night or with bright backlighting, it can provide a cinematic, almost dreamlike look and feel. But if you want tack-sharp images, the Cinebloom filter probably isn't for you. Just like these other Moment lenses and attachments, I see it as another tool I can have in my pocket to kind of change up the image depending on what I am trying to capture. So just like the other Quicklock filters, it is very easy to attach and remove. There's a little lip on the Moment camera case, which is required to use this filter, and then there's a little button on the side you can press in and you can pop it on there very easily. And it comes with this nice protective case that you can put it in when you're not using it, just like the other Moment filters. Now, all the cases look the same, so if you have multiple, you have to check the back, check the description here to make sure that you're using the right one. Or I guess you could put a label on the front here just to differentiate them a little bit further. So here's some examples of where I would use this filter. You know, just like the CPL or circular polarizer that we checked out, check it out up here in the corner if you want to see that video. I think this just has, you know, specific uses where you would use it, but you don't want to use it in every situation. If you use your iPhone for product shots, giving the lighting a low glow can render some pleasing results. It takes the over-sharpened edge off of the standard iPhone processing. So in my studio here, there is a key light and some colored lights in the back, and the Cinebloom filter gives a nice look to my image here. Also, the Quicklock Cinebloom filter can look pretty awesome at night. And to me, this is where it really shines by creating an atmospheric look with bloom around neon lights, signs, and street lights. The backlighting here just looks awesome. But I wouldn't use it in every situation. I also tried capturing some images at a fabrication shop nearby me here, and with, you know, in a room with a lot of just bright ambient lights, you know, the room itself is just brightly lit. Because this is a diffusion filter, it's trying to soften things, it just made everything look a little bit smudged, a little diffused. I think when you have more specific lighting, like a key light and a couple of lights in the back, you know, it's just kind of diffusing and putting a glow around some of the stuff in the back, but when there's just tons of ambient light everywhere, it's trying to soften and make everything a little bit more hazy. So that might be a look that you are going for, but for me, you know, capturing images in a brightly lit room like that, it just reminded me of like the early days of Instagram where you would just throw a grunge filter on your image before you posted it. So like the other filters, where you're looking at a $50 price tag on this Quicklock Cinebloom filter, it's also $50 for the camera case itself. So for me, at that, it makes it a little bit harder to swallow if you're only going to be using it in certain situations. But if you do take a lot of night photography or video, and you're looking for kind of something a little bit more cinematic, something that looks a little bit softer and has a nice ambient look to it, then this might be something that you want to pick up. Like I said, I'm trying to see how much I can do professionally with my iPhone 16 Pro, and, you know, what sort of enhancements and, you know, augmentations you can put on it to make it even better and more capable as just this incredible camera that's sitting in your pocket. So for me, if you have the camera case, which I've been really enjoying so far, and you want to have all the tools available, it does make sense to pick this up, because there are situations where I do think it gives you a really nice image. So what do you think about it? Is, you know, adding a diffusion filter and kind of taking some of that razor sharp edge off of the Apple camera processing something that you're looking for? You know, make sure you check this out. Links down in the description. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so others can find it easier, and consider subscribing. I'm Jordan with 9 to 5 Mac.